Prediction, ascension, love me or hate me, there's no in between. So we got Sabaka Buku, or whatever his name was. They finally locked that savage up because he was claiming to run for mayor one time, and he said he was Marcus Garvey's nephew, or he was a real strange dude. You could tell he had mental issues or whatever. He's a fucking idiot, right? But the whole world's burning, bro. We got another mental disturbed motherfucker running around Columbia University. He's on 122nd Broadway. Punched 4 females in the face within a few minutes span or something like that. It's crazy. But look at the first clip with Sabaka Abuku, or whatever his name is. He's a total idiot. They charged him with assault and hate crimes because apparently he was calling them white devils and all that stuff when he was punching them. This happened back in like 2022, 2023. But they finally locked him up. They locked him up before, but it was catch and release back then because legislation and the city council, they all on some soft on crime, mental issues. It's not, man. We need to start making beating dudes up great again, bro. Like, dudes should just be getting punched and stomped, feet and paws put on them. For real. Like, this will help you out with your mental disability. We don't care if you're drinking or you're off your meds. We'll help you get back on your meds. Because when you get a good, you start thinking less strange thoughts, and you start thinking with clarity again. Seriously, when them feet and paws get put on you. For real. Yeah, check out the clip.
Random strangers in Manhattan has now been convicted on several hate crimes. 42-year-old Kabuki Stora found guilty of harassing and assaulting strangers in a series of anti-female, anti-white, and anti-Semitic incidents between 2023 and 2024. Prosecutors saying that he posted some of the videos of the attacks online. And one of the victims was a woman in Chelsea who happens to be a TikTok influencer. Well, she posted a video about her attack, and that got millions of views.
So, the clip is crazy with this Ibaka. They got him finally arrested. Well, basically he was indicted. So, he's looking at jail time. They got another strange dude off the streets. But the question is, are you going to get this other savage off the streets? Like, what is he going to do? You going to catch and release him, make sure you get his meds and shit like that? It makes no sense. Look at the clip. Look at this clip of this strange dude. You got girls doing phone calls. They scared to hang out. It's ridiculous. You can't. He's walking up and down the block. This is what I'm saying. Eric Adams said, "We do mentally disturbed people do not need to be on the streets of New York. I will take them off the streets of New York, whether they like it or not." And this is when you got backlash from the city council. Because how does a mentally disturbed person walks around in 20 below degree weather, doesn't know they need to stay warm, but willing to still cause havoc and wreak havoc with the public people that's living day by day? And you tell me they deserve? No, you need the orderlies that pull up like they used to do in the cartoons, knock a nigga over the head, put him in back of the fucking paddy wagon, and drive off with him to a fucking mental institute. There's no negotiations, bro. There's no negotiations at all. But they continue to put these schizophrenic hallucination or hallucinogenic fucking mental, non-mental, I ain't even got a word for it, bro. Unable bodies. That's what I call them. Unable bodies to function in society. It is crazy. Look at the clip.
One man on a violent outburst that came out of nowhere. Surveillance video shows him walking down the street here near Broadway and West 122nd Street. Police say within minutes, 4 women, all strangers to each other, were punched by the same man.
This is over there by Columbia, too.
Past each other, he punched me in the neck.
We spoke with one of the women by phone. She says the man first shouted, "Leave me alone," at her before punching her in the neck.
It was very startling. He looked back at me and said, "Again, leave me alone." And I said, I didn't do anything. Why did you punch me? And he just kept walking.
After being punched, she continued walking and happened on another woman with her boyfriend. The woman was in distress and she knew something was wrong. It turns out they had been subjected to the same violence by the same man.
The woman was sitting on the stoop crying, and her boyfriend was on the phone and had just been punched by this man. And I said, "He just punched me." She was hurt. He got her in the face.
In all, police say the man randomly allegedly punched 4 women, age ranging from 24 to 52 years old, all within a few blocks in different incidents as the women were walking down the street. It's very unsettling to people who live and work in the neighborhood.
It does make you, of course, feel very vulnerable.
Police have a clear image of the man they're looking for. You saw him there in the piece. Sources are telling us that police believe he suffers from mental illness. If you have any information on his whereabouts, call Crime Stoppers. The number's right there. It's 800-577-TIPS.
All right, so you see the problem we got in this city, right? Mental health, yada, 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 right? But the factor is, how are we combating this? You got problems around the world right now. Iran's on fire. We don't know if we're gonna get retaliation back from Mother Russia or the Chinese. Israel this, Israel that. All right, I ain't getting into that because you already know how sensitive that topic is. But anyway, what are we gonna do with the mental health issues that we got in New York City? What are we gonna do with the savage that they keep letting out? Catch and release, catch and release. At least some type of Alvin Bragg is Alvin Bragg, but you got Queens DA, Brooklyn DA, Bronx DA. They seem to be much on board. In Staten Island, forget about it. That DA, you going to jail. They don't play that shit in Staten Island. Nassau and Suffolk, they throwing you definitely in jail. Yonkers cops and Mount Vernon cops is throwing you in jail. It's just Manhattan with the bullshit. You can't seek justice in Manhattan for anything that happens or occurs to you, because this fucking goddamn Alvin Bragg is the fucking worst. So anyway, have you seen that clip, right? I got more chimpanzee shit coming up and all that stuff, but you know, let me know what you think. Follow me on TikTok, the X, the Gram, Facebook, stuff like that. Maybe not on TikTok, because TikTok's not even letting me load shit up now, because I probably violated the community guidelines. But fuck TikTok. I'm sick of TikTok. The Zionists just brought it, so it is what it is. Right? But is it okay and letting mental disturbed motherfuckers still walk amongst us? Or should we just be locking them away? It is what it is. Should be a separate fucking ward for them on Rikers Island. We don't care anymore. They don't contribute to society. They just cause wreaking havoc. Oh, they're a human being. Fuck them. Send them to war if they're such a human being. Let them be a patriot. How about that? But it is what it is, man. Predictions, such love me, hate me. There's no between. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Help me on motherfucking album. You already know, man. Follow me on X, the Gram, Facebook, TikTok. Especially here on YouTube. Hit up the comments. Subscribe. I like interacting with people with the comments. Show me some love, man. You already know. Let's hit the like button.